Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome back for another Garment Rack Chat with Mother Oxford.
Yay. I really love these.
Me too. So Lydia and I have been talking about protective gear and protection as mothers and signature styles, and we wanted to just sort of chat about what that means to us in our day-to-day. I feel like the protective gear is top of mind right now.
It certainly is. It's like, I mean, I think that it's funny because with COVID, like my whole style kind of changed because we've been obviously kind of in the house a lot, and I just sort of have watched how I've sort of debunked some of the myths about things that I thought I liked to wear, like in the city or when I was out and about anywhere. You know, I had a lot of clothes that were super uncomfortable, like really uncomfortable.
Totally.
And I think that through developing Mother Oxford and being with like a group of just groovy, cool women, that you know, I really got a chance to like tap into like some of the fallacies about my dressing, and some things I picked up. Other than I wear Mother Oxford almost every other day or every day now, and I wear from her. You know, I wear the shirt for many different reasons. I almost call it her again because that's like such a person to me. But I almost wear it for many different reasons, like whether I'm like, you know, just I'll wear it in different styles, and always I've done it with a cape before. Like I literally wear it as a cape because it keeps my shoulders warm at night up here. But like I've started playing more, and I've started getting rid of things that were super tight. You know, I had like all these legging pants that were just super, you know, like didn't allow any allowance for like variation throughout the day. And I always remember being stressed out by the end of the day. I was like, God, I feel like such a...
Like you gotta get this off.
I gotta get this off because like I'm just so aware of my like limits and my boundaries, and it made me feel constricted. I felt less creative actually. And so Mother Oxford, like I know, comes from that like wanting to unbind myself from that. And I think that you are experiencing that too with your own Mother Oxford, which you're also wearing right now.
Totally.
Which is the blue.
The blue. This is the one coveted blue sample because we're like in production.
Oh, I really want to beat her up for it.
Yeah, I
mean,
might be
hug
going
her.
home naked because
What did I call this? Garment rack attack?
Yeah,
So this is
yeah.
the garment
Lydia's
rack
coming
attack
for the blue
because she's wearing it and I want it.
I'm obsessed. I think I totally agree with you, and I actually think I've come to realize this over the years because I used to do the same. I used to wear like so many I love high-waisted stuff still, but like so many tight waistlines and things that were so restrictive, and they were like you had every time I went to the bathroom at the office, I had to like rearrange how everything. It had to be tucked just so with the belt over this, just like that. And I realized, that's super uncomfortable, and it limits you. Also, there is that like. There's to me like the chicest thing is a woman that's so comfortable.
I know.
Like you just can go about your day with so much more confidence when you're comfortable.
Yeah, no, and I think that I took a lot of my confidence away. I mean, I've always been sort of I think I would come off as being somewhat, you know, open and confident about what I'm thinking about, but there was always something internally that was I felt was even restricting me. I knew I was being restricted, and it was coming through my clothing. And so, you know, becoming a mother makes you aware of all of these restrictions because you have to be fluid, you have to be able to move throughout your day. And especially if you also are working like we are, you know, you have other things to do. I mean, working and being a mother are the hardest things. Being a mother is the hardest thing. But there is so many things that you know start to bubble up, and you start to realize you gotta break this down. And so things that I'm doing now, like I'm wearing these headbands that I never, or like headdresses kinds of things, and I started wearing them actually when we went to Morocco, and I found this really cool headscarf that I tied on just randomly at museum, the Yves Saint Laurent Museum, which was a fun place to go, by the way. It was really just very inspiring. And I picked it up and I put it on, and my husband was like, oh my gosh, you're like wearing like a headdress thing. But I felt secure. Like all my thoughts and all my feelings and everything was like in my space, right? And it was just kind of a crowning moment, actually. And it's funny because even Mother Oxford, the Mother Oxford's, I think, first or second Instagram post is like this painting by Jean Fouquet, which is this old, it's an old Madonna and, you know, mother and child kind of thing, Virgin Mary and child, excuse me. And she has one large orb breast, and then, you know, her baby's feeding off it. She looks very sculptural, and then like she's got a crown on. And I said, like, at the birth of all things, there's a coronation of the self. I came up with that because it was something like I felt like in order to really birth something, you have to confer value on yourself, and you have to really, you know, bet on yourself. And so, you know, this security blanket that I'm feeling, you know, and this strengthening thing, it's so many things in one to wear something on your head, I guess, by your own choice. And also I wear it up here. It gets really cold in the nights, and I don't want to, I'm like, I don't want to put a hat on. I don't need to because I have this thing on. So, you know, I also dress very much like Kelsey does, like, which the way she's dressed right now is I have a very sort of classic style that I think allows me to wear like accessories. So I've always been about double dutying, you know, and so having basic form like a white Oxford, which is our original, and then this now pale blue, is that I could play around with things that I could accessorize, but I never had in a silhouette that was very comfortable, like my theory shirts, which I love theory and whatever, but you know, they're just very pricey, and they also, you know, you kind of yellow, or any shirt. I mean, I got shirts from J. Crew Outlet, and you know, they were like $30, and they would, you know, stain. And so I think that the thing for me is that, you know, this idea of allowing to understand what protects you, and also like what strengthens you and what emits strength to other people. And I know that you have been playing around with it. You're wearing something right now, which I really wanted you to talk about first.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting the things that we gravitate towards that do give us that strength and protection. And so you've got your headband turban kind of piece that it's and the fact too, when we're mothers, it has to be simple and it can't take that much time to consider. And so you just throw it on and you know you're going to feel in that better place. And,
yes,
you know,
I think you need those go-tos so much.
Mine
like
lately has been the
yeah, you've
of the
been
shoulders.
doing it a lot.
I love it. I feel like it pulls an outfit together. You have said that the Mother Oxford is a blank canvas, and I love that. It's true of the white, it's true of the blue, it's true of any color in it, because it basically sets you up to accessorize and put your own spin on it. And we've talked a bit about like how to tie it up, how to tuck it, all that, but then like the pieces that you add on. So like for me, this is one, it's kind of comforting. It's like,
I said it was like a hug.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's like a really nice hug, and I know that when I have something over my shoulders, which is why I wear it as a cape sometimes, or just like whatever, shrug, whatever you want to call it, like just something to sit on here. I feel like the right amount of weight, because the fabric is a beautiful weight.
You know what I can't wait to do?
Right?
I can't believe I haven't done this yet. This with another Mother Oxford. Like
actually, I think
have we done that?
No, but I don't know if I thought of that in my sleep or something.
I mean,
no, I'm serious. Like I think I did. No, but I think I also thought about wearing two Mother Oxfords at once.
Yes.
Because I love the layered collar effect. It feels like, you know, like in a painting where you're like zooming in. There's like some optical painting or something. Obviously,
the layers. And And I love how this. Then I think that this sort of thing is what leads us to then our signature styles. And you know, they evolve, and I may not always wear this, you know, and you may shift your choice of accessory too. But like, I think that we gravitate towards what's serving us in the moment, and they just give you that little like bit of confidence.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's that honesty towards like what are you really saying? What's really being said to yourself, or what is yourself really saying? Like, you know, I think there's so many times where I'm like, I shouldn't wear that out, or you know, this is not what's acceptable, or this isn't the kind of thing. But I'm like, heck no, you know, like now's the time, you know, to really explore who, you know, you really, really are and what you really, really want to say. Mm-hmm. And I think it comes on all spectrums of what's going on right now. And if I don't find a way to be strong within myself and go that I'm truly acknowledging my voice, then my children are going to suffer, then the people around me are going to suffer, even if I have no kids. Like, it's just like you emit a bad energy if you don't really, really, show up. And, I do think that the process of developing this garment, this beautiful piece where it's like you're inside of it, and it just allows you to move in 360 that is so appealing to myself. I'm appealing to myself now. I'm not appealing to anybody else. It's not all about the form fitting, being tight into something. And of course, this looks great with a pair of leggings if you want, but you better make sure they're comfortable. And I don't know how much time I spent wearing things that were so not uncomfortable. And still, when I put something on uncomfortable, I feel like I'm cheating myself. I really do. I feel like I'm giving myself not a good day. And it's just kind of funny how that, I don't do well that day. My work kind of suffers. My attitude suffers, and sometimes I will take it off, and that is ruining my day.
And you know what?
I feel so good to say that, because I'm gonna just I just feel like it's such a lonely moment when I take it off, and I'm like, oh, I couldn't live up to this look, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I don't want that.
I also think that comfort changes depending on the scenario you're in and what your current demands are.
Yeah.
There's nothing better at the end of the day than taking my contacts out and putting my glasses in something comfortable. But when I wake up in the morning, if I have my glasses on too long, they start to feel uncomfortable to me because they're weighing on me and they're in the way, and I need to get rid of them to move about my day.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting too how what comfort means is really sort of tied into what you're doing with your life at the moment and what the demands are.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing about waking up with an intention, and overall, the message that I think we're finding with Mother Oxford is that the garment itself is a conduit, towards this this pathway that you're trying to achieve of understanding, self-understanding, the understanding of what's happening in the moment, this presence in the moment. And I'm definitely rolling with it more. It's uncomfortable to say that I, would be so, just that I would wear one thing and that it's my signature thing, but it's starting to grow on me that I could have different signature things depending on the things that I'm working on in the moment. And just a sort of kind of little small thing is that when we moved up to this new place, I got some different type of silhouette pants that were more workwear, and they're thick kind of twill, and they're just very, some of them are just have a very work in the land kind of way. And I've never had a chance to really wear those, but also be able to immediately enact what I might do on the land. And it was scary because the silhouette does not necessarily make you look more trim. And it's got lots of pockets and lots of different things, and there's a boot cut, kind of a wide boot cut. And I'm I felt could I live into this? Could I actually go and produce something in the land? And I actually desperately want to shift some of my productivity from to my hands, and actually making things physically, and growing nature and showing my kids. And it was sort of a scary moment to try on this new garment and then realize that I have living in it to do. But I think that was actually a positive. It was that was a positive push.
Yeah.
Even though I felt uncomfortable all day. So there is that, you have to keep checking in.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, totally. Any kind of growth like that is uncomfortable for sure. And then you're better on the other side of it.
What was the last thing that you tried on and it was you were trying on a new attitude? You were trying a new, just version of Kelsey.
This is little. This sounds and actually, I forgot to tell you about these beforehand.
I
wanted
looking
to
at
plug
them
these.
all day.
Aren't they cute?
I really love them.
They're handmade by a mom of 3 boys.
Yeah.
Her name is Tara.
Plug her.
This grateful girl on Instagram.
Oh, that's her. I'm she's so grateful. She said
that's her.
That's
her Instagram
really
name.
Yeah,
she's incredible. She's
I like grateful. I'm very grateful for so many things in life. Being alive.
Close up. But I almost always wear my pearls, and she made these
beautiful little
Oh my
gold.
God.
Sorry, I'm like sticking my face up in here, but they're like these little hand beaded, and I love that they're neutral. So they're just add a little something extra.
No, they do, because the
Right?
black actually like rounds it and it ties
Yeah.
into the buttons.
Yeah.
So it's those little
So
accessories.
there's my big risk.
Yeah.
I went from pearl studs to hoops.
But it's all those little things because they give you like a little oomph.
Yeah.
So I think that, today has been sort of like a softer day to explore kind of like the in-betweens of like, I guess, coming into being in oneself through like various little protective things that we do, talismans that we wear, like little signature pieces, whether they're like, I'm sure everyone out there has something like it's a little necklace or an amulet or, some sort of piece, a hair tie they always wear around their wrist or something that makes them feel like that's, you're in your own body. Or you're just, who you are, you're present that day. And I think that's become so top of mind here at Mother Oxford about how we can continue to create that platform through our designs for all the women that are wearing it and continue to wear it. And but there's like definitely a vulnerability in this space right now. And I feel like I'm saying that probably because like I'm breastfeeding right now and I feel like that is releasing some hormones. So this whole conversation, I'm like being milked.
Yeah.
And there's something very intimate about it. So I've been like a little, kind of feeling different during this one. But I think protective, I'm protecting her. She's always on me on these things, on these government checks. And then, she's protecting me. And I can tell you, when I have to take her to just close at this, because I feel like, I have to take her off when she's too big, what's there? I think that's the thing. And like, I'm just really like crazy enough to say, because it sounds really pluggy, but I'm not, like, I'm happy to have Mother Oxford just because it feels like it's going to allow me to be in my space, because it's not going to be so much like clinging to like my boundaries, kind of just allowing me to be fluid.
Yeah.
And I'm really thankful for that. And I'm thankful that I was able to put two sentences together. We have the hormones raging right now. And I'm happy to be with you.
Me too.
It was a lot of fun.
Me too.
Can't wait for Garmin check number 4.
Me too. If anyone wants to hear about anything particular,
Yeah.
has any input, we're here to like.
We can answer it
to
all.
talk through. We're open books.
Calculus too. I love it.
Yeah.
Ask me something.
Yeah. So we need to do a little studying beforehand. Okay.
Working at it. Okay.